Hola, soy Gigi Max. So you not know, I can't speak Spanish for shit. My name is Gigi Max. I am a Belgian content creator and performer, and I'm 30 years old, and let's go. One of the things that I like the most about my own body is probably my ass, maybe? Am I allowed to show my ass on here? I don't know. I'll just take a quick, yes. I actually started producing videos during the pandemic, like a lot of people. But in all honesty, me doing this kind of job, it was like a logic next step. Like all of my friends knew that this was gonna happen, me being a porn actress. It was expected, you know? I've always been very much obsessed with anything erotic, anything sexy, anything anything, and yeah, I mean, I guess this is just who I am. It's kind of like the person I am, and whether it's from magazines or even music videos or anything, I've always been very, very, very obsessed with everything. So making my own content was like, I knew that was gonna. So from all the videos that I have recorded so far, I think there must be like eight or 9 or something, like real professional porn productions, let's say. And I guess my most favorite would be the one with Pascal, because I don't know, I kind of really respect what he does. He has been doing it for so long, and he was able to build this huge brand around himself, which I really, really like appreciate, and I really respect that. And you know, the fact that he's also like Belgian just like me, the fact that he's also like me, he speaks French, Dutch and English just like me, so I kind of feel, you know, close to him in a way. And I think that our on-screen chemistry was like incredible, and we had lots of fun, and he's such a great guy. So yeah, probably Pascal. Yeah. My first recording, like my first produced video was there's this thing here in Belgium, you know, it's called Marijke, and she's this she's a sex worker, so she does everything. She's doing porn, she's doing escorting, she's doing apparently she's doing also like these sex education classes and stuff like that, but she's not like considered as like the top or the classiest or anything. But I had no idea. I didn't know anything else about Belgium, so I just contacted her myself, and I asked her like, can I shoot a film with you? And then she was like, yeah, sure. And that's it. Honestly, I wasn't casted or anything. I was the one that actually had to send a message. I think a lot of people don't really realize how much it really, you know, I have been on like mainstream movies or shows or stuff like that, and it's not really the same, obviously, because it is sex. There are a lot less people involved. It's not like we are in a room with 15 people, and also because physically, if you want that chemistry, if you want to make it as real as possible, you need to be, you know, you need to imitate life in a way. And so most of the time it's only like one cameraman. Sometimes there's also like people doing makeup and stuff, for example, but they're not there. They will be elsewhere during shooting. So during shooting, it is very intimate actually, because obviously the male actor needs to have his, and you need to be you need to be into it. So better to not be too many people in the room, honestly. Now, to be very honest with you, also, like, I haven't been doing this for super long, so probably there are like these huge ass productions, probably, but I do know from the industry, from other people who I talked with, that it's never the same as mainstream. Never. It's just not comparable. It's not the same thing also that we're shooting. So about relationships, when you're doing this job, you really need to find that one person that can really, just like you, that knows the difference between what you're doing and your personal life. What I mean by that is, yes, obviously my job is, however, it is transactional. I'm not saying that I don't enjoy per se, but it's not good. I mean, it's often not good. I'm not saying it has anything to do with the guy that I'm shooting with or with me or whatever. It's just that, you know, for the angles, for the camera, you need to make sure that it looks good. You need to make sure that you need to show that you're enjoying it every time, so you're kind of exaggerating the whole thing. You're just playing a role, and so there's actually, to me, no difference than playing another role. I mean, I have played in movies where I was just, I don't know, a girl on the subway, for example. It's the same thing. You need to be in that mindset, and you need to play that role. And so a lot of people would think that being in a relationship when you're an performer means that you're into open relationships, but that's not the case for me per se. I do consider my relationship as exclusive. I just want to be with my boyfriend. I want to see him. I want to be with him. And whatever other actor I played it with. I wasn't being real. I was not like, so if my boyfriend would start dating girls and have sex with other girls, it would really rub me the wrong way. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't consider doing that actually. Yeah, it's nothing romantic. There's no involvement per se. So all of it in my eyes, all of that is just purely like playing. It's a game. You're playing a role. Yeah. I per se, like my plan in all honesty is to do for a couple of years, maybe 2-3 years, and I really want to climb the ladder. I really want to become a bigger name, that people do have heard of Gigi Max, or that people know of, oh, that's Gigi Max, or if it could be even bigger, even better. Obviously, I think my biggest idol would be Sasha Grey. I have always been a huge fan of Sasha, and I really look up to her. I really love how this girl started very early and how she also stopped very early, but she's still big. She's still a reference, and people still know who she is, but she's not doing anymore, and that's to me a goal, to have this career, but that was like short but impactful. That's kind of what I'm aiming for, and so my would more be this background thing that I'm surfing on because people know my name, and so they want to subscribe and see. So that is the plan. What about 5 years? I hope in 5 years I can buy a house or have a car or whatever. Small things. I'm not considering the whole thing as the next Hollywood star or whatever. Yeah, just like a reference, in the scene. I think this question is so personal in all honesty, and also because people don't always realize, but not every woman needs the same thing to get to her climax. And I personally need some good pounding. That's just the way it is. I can't say it, I don't know how to say this like in a classier way. And so unfortunately, if a guy does not have like at least the average size and even a bit bigger, I'm probably not gonna get off as much. So to me, it does matter. It does. But to girls that, for example, really like guys to play with her, I don't think size really matters at that moment. If the guy knows what he's doing with his hands, with his fingers, with his tongue, great, So it just really depends from person to person. My first time was great, honestly. I was already like quite active since I was like 14-15 years old, like first base and stuff like that, and in the bathroom of the school, whatever, all these things. But I really just lost my virginity when I was only like when I was already 17 years old, and it was with like a real relationship. He was like my first real boyfriend. We stayed together for a couple of months. So yeah, he was kind, he was nice. I'm very good. I don't really even remember how it was per se, but there's nothing bad to say about it. So I guess it was good. I personally haven't got that much of anal before. I have done it a couple of times, and one time it even made me. So I do like when done right. But unfortunately, a lot of people do not know how to prepare for it. You need to be prepared physically, you need to use lube, you need to be ready, or even mentally, you need to be ready for that. But also, like, you need to watch out what you're eating before, because you can take the shower, you can wash out, whatever, but still, like, accidents can happen. And also, make sure that you do this with someone that also knows that accidents can happen, because doing this with someone that afterwards will be, like, extremely repulsed, and, it's not gonna make you feel any better at all. So, I do think is something that you have to do with a person that you really trust and that you're really ready to have with. It's not something you do on the first date, in my opinion. But if it's done well, it can be really good. Oh, I'm a romantic. I am into soft. That's my thing. I love kissing. I can kiss for hours. I love foreplay. I love a good hand job, eating you out, eating me out, all of these things, like everything that will get us there. Obviously I love, but to me sex is a lot more than that. And so yeah, I think hard sex in general, it can be good once in a while, but if you always have hard it kind of loses its meaning, in my opinion. I get the appeal, and I have done it before, and my scene, for example, with Pascal Substance was hard. However, I couldn't do that every day, no. And whatever I propose and what I offer on my platforms is mostly more than that, yeah. So my social networks are on Twitter, Gigi Max Official, on Gigi Max Official, on Mim it's Gigi Max Official, on F2F it's Gigi Max Official. But unfortunately, Gigi Max Official was already taken on Instagram, and so my Instagram is Gigi Max forever. Thanks for this interview. Yay! Bye!